Hello and welcome everyone, I'm Amethyst Rune Witch, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about what's coming up with the moon, because working with the moon can be quite handy for spell work. So with any spell you can tie the intention of that spell, you can have a connection between the intention of the spell and the energy of the moon. Now, depending on what you're wanting to do, there's different phases that you can do spells during. But today I'm going to talk a bit about the new moon and full moon that are happening in March 2024. So the new moon is all about new beginnings. It's the start of the lunar cycle, so the moon is just starting to, get ready for the next, 4 weeks basically. And the new moon in March happens during Pisces season, which means that the new moon will be in Pisces. So the new moon will always be in whatever zodiac season we're in at that time. So the new moon in Aquarius happens between the 22nd of January and the 21st, at sort of the 19th, 20th of February. As of the 19th, 20th of February, it's Pisces season. So any new moon that happens within between the 19th of February and roughly the 19th of March will always be in Pisces. So that's always handy to know, is that whatever the zodiac season, that's the new moon sign. Now the full moon sign is a little bit different because it's the opposite sign. So with the full moon, with the new moon being in Pisces, the full moon will be in Libra. If with the full moon, the new moon in Aquarius, the full moon would be in Virgo. Not Virgo, Leo, Virgo, one of the two. It happens. So, although to be fair, it's in Libra. So the full moon is always in the opposite sign, and the full moon in March happens on the 25th. Now that's interesting because by that point we're in Aries season, and the opposite sign to Aries is Libra. So the opposite sign to Pisces is Virgo, the opposite sign to Aquarius is Leo. Even I get things mixed up, it's fine. But yes, as it stands, the new moon is on the 10th of March. The 10th of March is the date that the moon reaches its peak. So the moon reaches full, I say full, it's not full, it's peak new moon energy. And then it does the same thing, but with the full moon on the 25th of March. So there's roughly 2 weeks between the two. But I use the Yasmin Boland's Moonology decks to help understand the energies within the new and full moons, because these cards are really, really, well, the Moonology and Moonology Manifestation decks are the ones that I use, but those are the ones that I resonate with. If you know of other lunar decks that you prefer, use those. So I've got the two sets of cards, one for the new moon, one for the full moon. But with the new moon, as I said, it's in Pisces. Pisces is all about the flow. So this one is meditate and contemplate. It's think. It's a water. It's a water. Pisces is a water sign, but this is more sort of finding out where does the current start? Where does the current of your life start within this? You know, just sit and think. Think about what's happening. Whether it's, you know, just within your life, within your home, within your family, within, you know, I say life. You can break your life up into the different aspects of it. Your work life, your love life, your family life, your friends, all of that. But you've got to put the pieces together. Think about all the little pieces. Because what's water, Pisces is very much the moon's home sign. It's where the moon lives. It's the sign the moon rules over. So it's very much a connect to the divine, attune to the divine. Because this is the moon's home sign, so it's so much easier to drop in and go and connect to your intuition. Your intuition is connected to the divine. So by attuning to the divine, you're attuning to your intuition. You're attuning to the moon. You're attuning to everything. But it's not all at once and full on. This could be quite an emotional time because Pisces is a water sign. It's, you know, it's to do with the emotions. But at the same time, it might not be. It all depends on your personal experience. But if you want to do anything, any spell work relating to new emotional starts, anything to do with the emotion, the duality, both, you know, seeing both sides of the same coin, it's two fishes. This is a good time to do it. So that's the new moon in Pisces on the 10th of March. The next lunar event after that is the full moon in Libra. So this is going to be a really powerful time because it's a full moon eclipse. So there's a lot of change happening because eclipses, the times of change, they happen rather regularly. You know, we have 2 eclipse seasons a year, but at the same time, there's an element of, well, what's changing? And I think it's interesting that this eclipse is happening with the full moon in Libra, because Libra is all about balance. You know, it's the symbol for Libra is the scales, which is all about balance. You know, figuring out what something is worth. You know, But the tagline for this is a win-win outcome is forecast. That might be so, but it all depends on your outlook of a win-win situation. Because a win-win situation to you might not be a win-win situation to someone else, and vice versa. So I think it's also looking at, there's Libra, isn't Libra? Hang on. Leo, Virgo, Libra. Libra is I believe it's an air sign. So Libra then follows Scorpio, then follows Libra. So yes, so Libra is an air sign, which means that there's ideas that need to percolate. Bringing those ideas and balancing them as best you can, because full moon eclipse, it's all about conclusions. Something's coming to an end to make way for something new. It's all about change. The full moon eclipses make me think of the death card in tarot. It's not scary, it's just change. It's just about change. Because in order for spring to happen, we have to have winter. Winter is the season of death. In that sense of the plants die off, the trees lose their leaves, you know, the grass, there's barely any grass. So it's, you know, it's not the nicest time, but at the same time it's necessary. Because if we didn't have winter, we wouldn't have spring. So we have to have things come to an end. Something has to conclude before spring can happen and new things come in. But as I said, Libra is all about balance because it's the scales. I love this. This image is great. But this is from the Manifestations deck, and this one is Find a Balance. So you can be carrying all the burdens of your life. But here's the thing. Do you need to be carrying all of them? Or can you hand them off to someone else? Or can you put some down for a little while and come back to them later? You may not think it's an option, but sometimes you have to find a balance and stop worrying about everything yourself before moving on. Now, Libra is good for, you know, finding balance spells. So this would be good for, so the full moon in Libra would be good for letting go of the past, of what's come before, and then just, you know, discovering a new way of doing things, a new solution, a new idea. Because Libra, as I said, Libra is an air sign. It's very much a mental brain exercise. Find a balance. If what's currently working, if the system you have isn't currently working, what can you do to change it? What needs to change? So it's really good for balancing spells, you know, spells that bring balance in. Yeah, it's good for balance. What needs to come to an end to make the future easier for you? Because what if we didn't make that question personal? Whoa, watch out, world! Here come the witches. but you know, it's all it's Libra energy and the full moon energy together as one. So I hope that has been informative. I hope it's useful. I'll be doing these once a month from now on. I'll try and pop them up the last Thursday of every month, just so that it's easier to access. So I hope you found this informative, and I shall see you again soon. Stay safe, everyone, and blessings to you all.